Oh, flipping live. Um, what is up? This is me. I have the best hipster facial hair going on of all time right now. Very proud of it. I think I'm gonna roll with it uh, forever and ever until I decide to just do the mustache. So this is Super Death Grind episode 7.3. I have no plans for this other than to document my super death grind, which is my way of saying that I will not sleep or eat. I will probably eat if I have to for the next 2 years of my life. And basically, I'm just kind of documenting the thoughts I have, what I'm going through for self purposes, and maybe to if anyone in the world is interested to see what this is like. So I started a new business and wanted to really, there we go. Really wanted to maximize my time, just because time is, y'all know, our most important asset in this life. As far as I know, we only have a finite resource of it, and whether we're born again or not, I do not yet know. We only got one life, and we only have a finite amount of time, especially if you're a business owner, entrepreneur. You have maybe you have passions that's really important to you. You just need more time. You need more time to do those things. So that's what this is about, Super Death Grind. Getting more time by getting crazy, by trying to mentally and physically enhance one's self to the extreme, by sleeping as little as possible, doing all that good stuff. So yesterday, one of my videos got taken down, which is shocking because I doubt anyone watches this stuff. So I'm going to go through what I went through yesterday in case that video remains down. And I'm just going to say two things about that, maybe three, but either A, I have haters out there already, which thank you. That is some fuel for the fire. Nothing shall stop me. So appreciate you. Otherwise, Illuminati is just a word that YouTube does not want you to say. If you say anything about the Illuminati, they're going to flag your video. So I don't know if the Illuminati exists. I don't know who's part of the Illuminati if it does exist. Nor, frankly, do I care right now. I don't have time for it. So if you're watching Illuminati, congrats. Welcome. So really quickly, I wanted to go over my morning routine just in case that video does not come back on here. In case you're wondering, I'm sure this will change from time to time. I also wanted to talk about quitting caffeine because that's what I'm doing right now. So morning routine is as follows. Wake up, jump out of bed. The very first thing I do is grab my old trusty AirPods and pump something in my ears. Typically, I'm really big into self-development and self-help. So Jim Rohn, the OG, who I've been vibing on lately. Listen to some of his old talks, old seminars from like the 70s. Great guy. Just cleaning my mask off. So I listen to his stuff. Tom Bilyeu, Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, Les Brown. The list goes on and on and on. A bunch of great guys out there, especially on the YouTube. So thank you, YouTubes. Don't take down my video. So I do that, and then I just get into my morning routine, and usually what it consists of is cleaning my house, doing the dishes, doing sit-ups, maybe some push-ups, kind of get the blood flowing, Wim Hof, meditation, a plethora of that thing. My morning routine usually takes me, depending on how messy the house is, because I got 3 kids, and basically I just don't have a whole lot of time with my family because I'm working all the time. So if we go to bed and the house is a wreck, as long as the dishes are loaded and the dishwasher's ran, I can unload the dishes, clean the house, do all that stuff. I don't mind it, actually. I like doing, light physical activity, getting the blood flowing right when I wake up. I think it kind of helps prime the body and prime the mind, especially when you're listening to something positive. Nice hipster stash, man. So that's what I do. Also do cold showers. I live in Alaska currently, and the water here is viciously cold. So if you're taking cold showers in Hawaii, man, tain't the same. Tain't the same. I'm also going to try and keep this PG and my swear words down to a low. Ugh. So I'm going to try not to swear. So that's basically my morning routine. I'm doing polyphasic sleeping right now, which is basically just, I won't explain it, but just Google Wikipedia polyphasic sleeping. Some notable gentlemen have done polyphasic sleeping. And I'm not doing it to be cute or catchphrasy or put my name in the hat with these other fine gentlemen. But what I am doing it is because I need more time. There is only one of me. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. But I definitely need more time, so I'm doing polyphasic sleeping. So obviously, if I sleep less, I have more time. On average, I sleep about 2 to 4 hours a night. My bedtime varies, when the kids go down. If I have conversations with my wife, maybe we're going to watch a movie because I'm a human and we want to live life, though rarely we do. We did watch Rigoletto. If you have not seen the movie Rigoletto, I highly recommend it. It's an older, beautiful movie, family friendly, of course. So it just varies. I usually go to bed between 9 to 10:30. Sometimes I'll see 11 o'clock, but it's rare. I wake up anywhere from, on average, about 12:30 to 2:30. Today was a 2:30 day. Sometimes I even sleep into like 3:30 or 4. It's rare, but it does happen. I don't set an alarm. It's just when I wake up, I wake up. So yesterday, I segue into this. I've been cutting caffeine out, which is awful, if I'm being frank. So I started on Monday, so today's Wednesday, so this is my third day of doing this. I'm failing miserably, by the way, if you're interested to know. And I'm not doing it cold turkey because I have to have a level of productivity and production that is relatively high right now. So I can't afford to slow down a huge amount. So doing it cold turkey just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm being a pansy. So we'll see. But yesterday I had like a tickle in my throat and I was like, man, am I getting sick? No fever, no signs of anything. No one around me is sick. COVID's a thing right now. So everyone freaks out when you sniffle. I have the immune system of a champion right now because I'm taking care of my body. But, I'll admit though, Monday I gave my staff the day off and it was just me and my other guy here in the office. And so there was a lot of yelling involved in a good way. I get a little hyped when no one else is around. I get a little hyped all the time, especially in the workplace. So it could have been sore from that, but I just woke up. I was kind of groggy and I was like, this could be the whole caffeine thing. Because sometimes before, what I would typically do is quad shot in the morning. Not right when I wake up, but I don't. So I haven't had caffeine yet today. I will have a little bit later on. But typically I'll wake up, no caffeine. Even if I wake up at midnight or 2:30, no caffeine until about 8 or 9 in the morning when I start my work day. Then I'll have my coffee, typically a quad shot. And then I'll roll into Red Bull 30, I call it, which is around noon to 1. Have a little Red Bull, just a little 7-ounce guy, man. I'm not crazy. And then occasionally Diet Coke. Love Diet Coke. Coca-Cola, if you're out there, sponsor me. And then sometimes I would have like half of an energy drink at night with electrolytes. And part of the reason being is because I want to stay awake for my kids, right? I don't want to get home and just sit on the sofa and zone out because I've had a hard work day. Not going to work for me, not going to work for my family, not going to work for my kids. So a decent amount of caffeine. I've read, I've heard, and my wife has planted the seed in my ear for some time now to get off caffeine. She's read a lot of things as well. I'm kind of a health nut, low key. So I'm trying to get off caffeine. I'm trying to wean it slowly. I'm doing like a half calf or a single shot in the morning or double quad shot, or I was doing quad shot. So it would be 2 shots, 1 pour in the morning, trying to skip the Red Bull. Yesterday I did not. So I did just a double shot Americano. Again, I was doing quad. Then I did a Red Bull, no Diet Coke. Yeah, I did have a Diet Coke at night, but no energy drink. So slowly weaning it out. I also yesterday, well, not last night, but the night prior, I usually have some electrolytes, just a little bit. I was drinking energy drinks with electrolytes and some other stuff in it. I had coconut water last night, which is awful. If you like coconut water, I apologize for your taste and everything. It is GD awful. It's so bad. So I had some of that. Also had one of those like greens drinks thingies, just a little bit because it's got a bunch of sugar, I think, in there, unnecessary sugar. So yeah, trying to quit caffeine today. I'm going to maybe do decaf coffee. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm committed to quitting caffeine sooner than later. By the end of this month, I will be off caffeine. It is October 14th, so I have 17 days to do so. I will be off caffeine by the end of the month. And part of that is I've heard that you have higher energy levels when you quit the caffeine. So that's that. I was going to talk about self-speak, but I did that yesterday. Hopefully YouTube doesn't pull that movie. So I'm feeling a lot better today is the point of that. And I would attribute that to having a little bit more caffeine than I had the day prior. That Red Bull 30 hit like a champ. Sugar-free, of course, aspartame for the win. And the electrolytes at night maybe played a factor. I also ate a bunch of food last night. I'm trying to eat pretty healthy, low inflammation diet. Say what you will, Lane Norton, but it works because it's important to me that my cognitive function also function at the highest level that I can. For me, I'm not the smartest cookie out there, but I try. So it's super important. And basically, I fast all day. Most days I do bare minimum 20-hour fast. I'm going to mess around once I get off caffeine first with 2 and 3 day fasts, just because I used to work out a lot. I used to work out like 2 hours a day, quite excessive. I did enjoy working out though. But I'm just finding that I don't have time for it. So I have a setup where I can work out both in my office, in my literal office right here. And I also have like a downstairs little gym with a shower that I built out too. So my workout routine is about 10 minutes. So if I have 15 minutes, I can change, do my workout and shower. And I'm finding that getting away from 15 minutes during the workday is difficult right now. So if I do a 2-day, 3-day fast, I'm just not going to work out in that time frame, maybe that third day, just to save myself from working out. I used to work out early in the morning. I don't like that now because it messes with my hunger signaling. When I work out early in the morning, I'll get hungry sooner, and then it makes that fast a little bit harder. Some other things, now that I'm talking about hunger signaling and I'm thinking about it, water is a good example. So I typically don't drink a whole lot of water throughout the day. I'll sip on it. And part of that is, if you just chug water, it expands your stomach and contracts. And if you know how stomach hunger signaling ghrelin works, anytime you expand and contract your stomach, it's going to do, it's going to signal your brain saying, hey, I'm hungry, feed me, because my stomach is shrinking. It's not the size it used to be. So part of the reason is I just don't drink a lot of water during the day because I don't want to go pee a whole bunch, even though I still do because I drink a bunch of water at night. But I also think it really goes against nature of humanity. So, we always talk like, oh man, paleo caveman, but you have to think back in the day before we had these fine plastic BPA, probably lead-based bottles, is that we would stop to drink when we had a chance, right? When we found potable drinking water. So rivers, streams, probably not lakes, unless we wanted that beaver fever or diphtheria, whatever it is. So, because again, if you were to just chug a bunch of water at a time, it might make you hungry. And we just didn't have access to it. I don't think that's the way our bodies were built for thousands of years. Carrying around water bottles is a relatively new thing. I mean, even if you look at like ancient Roman times, I mean, they had canteens and stuff like that, maybe, but we didn't carry around a lot of water. So sipping just a little bit of water at a time during the day is what I do. And then I actually have quite a bit of water at night when I'm eating anyways. And anecdotally, I can tell you from experience that I find that when I drink a lot of water throughout the day, although I tend to be in better shape, battling hunger signals is a lot harder. And I don't have the, honestly, I don't really get hungry during, even a 20 or 22 hour fast. I just don't. Most days. Some days are a little different. So, yeah, so messing around with some of that. I'm going to get into some hardcore fasting. The last thing I wanted to talk about today is, well, no, maybe a couple more things. So part of why I'm doing this is because burnout is a real thing. I can't afford that. 2 years, super death grind. I want to keep a consistent, nasty, relentless, gross, disgusting pace of work and education. By the way, part of what I'm doing is also education. Knowledge is power. Indeed, it is. So I'm trying to educate myself daily. So I like to read a lot in books. I kind of have a nostalgia feeling for it. However, books take a long time to read. I still read relatively fast. I can read about 90 pages an hour, but some books just, you burn time just reading it and being like, okay, garbage. This is the good stuff. Gonna mess around with audiobooks. I don't really like audiobooks because I just get easily distracted. And when I can't focus 100% on the words or the book, sometimes I think, oh, I'm listening to this thing. I got AirPods in. I can go do X, Y, and Z. So I'm gonna mess around with audiobooks. And the benefit to me is that audiobooks is everywhere. I have my phone almost constantly on me. Good or bad, I don't know. But so I'm going to mess around with that. Knowledge is huge. Constantly. I don't feel good when I'm not learning. I just don't. I think I've always kind of been that way because it's stagnation, right? Positivity, happiness is progress, period. You are stagnant. You are dying, moving backward. If you're doing anything but moving forwards, you don't feel good as a human being, I think. I know. So that's basically it. This is Super Death Grind, episode 7.3. Hopefully the Illuminati finds it in their heart to leave this video up. I don't think I have any haters out there, but if I do, you know where I live. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully you do not know where I live. But if you want to do a little backyard brawl, I'm down. So that is it. If you are watching this, thank you. You are a wonderful human. Continue to watch as I super death grind my face off for the next 2 years. That is all. YouTube's.